Hello there YouTube, and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we have 2 more episodes of Princess Tutu ready to be watched, in the canon, ready to be fired directly into my eyeballs and for me to react to them and talk about them for a little bit. I can't wait, it's going to be awesome. However, it does come with a few caveats, starting first and foremost, of course, nada on the YouTube comments, very sad. The other caveat being that I'm going away after this video. After this video is completed, I'll be away for a week. There will be no videos. It would have happened the previous week if you're watching this publicly, but for patrons, again, the last one before I go away. And to be honest with you, I'm very much looking forward to that break. But yeah, we've got to keep the schedule going. And I guess, okay, maybe a lesser show, I'd be less excited about what I'm going to watch, but I'm adoring Princess Tutu at the moment, so I'll take whatever I can get whenever I can get it. Yeah. Let's dive in. Oh, patrons. We should shout out the patrons first and foremost. Made like 300 videos. I still forget the things that I do during the videos. But anyway, if you would like to see said videos 1 week early, Patreon is linked in the description below. You can become a patron. It's only $6 a month. You get episodes 1 week early. As previously mentioned, it's a bit weird to talk about at the moment because you're getting a little bit less of a reward for that. Apologies. But what will be relevant at some point in the future, probably closer than you think, is this whole double votes in polls thing, which I guess I should start talking about again. Yeah, plan is to run a poll when something finishes again to get some more things on the wheel. It's a whole thing, sure. Either way, I'm getting sidetracked. Big thank yous to Sean, Ace Lightning, AJ, Akumancer, Banana Ramahama Damasama, BD422, Botero, Brett Jones, Bryce Peak, Capella, Choberibi, Copley, Cure Dynamic, Dakota, Dapper Dwarf, Diark Lord, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fluffy, Fried Rice, Fruit, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glyke, Hans Peter, Ika, Yako Yavden, Jacob R, Joran, Kasogtha, Clem, Lick H, Lou, Lupe Ferrugia, Matthew Brancher, Mickey Babbers, Miru, Mistake Yel Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Nature Without Man, Noah, Panic, Pencil Sharp 333, Pike, Run Lad B&K, Saint Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Sarah Longe, Skeleton, Tentacle Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Ren, Binshi, Jumby Boo, Kelvin, Aidan O'Brien, and Brendan M. Gibbons. Thank you very much for giving me money. I enjoy the money. Princess Tutu. Lots of stuff's happening in Princess Tutu. We've kind of come into the second core, this second season almost, and we're establishing a new status quo. Kind of hard with no YouTube comments to bounce off of, but I'm pretty sure that, again, Muto's under the influence of the Raven broadly and is trying to do evil, nefarious things, up to and including stealing PK's heart. That was a little bit odd. He has this weird form that he goes into. It's all very theatrical and stuff. Rue's there, but she's kind of just yucking it up at the moment. It's almost like Muto's become the faux bad guy, but again, is dual-rolled and dual-purposed in that. Kind of like a lot of the other characters in the show, toing and froing between two versions of themselves. Once again, that theme of fate. We can't seem to have any hope of stopping this thing that happens to Muto. It seems that we're just on the trail, going for it. And yeah, if he's stuck on his trail, then the rest of us are stuck on ours as well. I.e., Ahiru's going to turn into dust or whatever when she confesses, and Fakir's going to die. Rue is going to live happily ever after. I don't know what her fate is, honestly, but she seems pretty resigned to it regardless. I don't know, there was something better in the preview. There was like an Edel baby or something. I tried to get that out of my head, but I failed, so I still know that. Anyway. Episode 16, I believe we're watching now. I'll bring that up shortly. Radio, episode 16 of Princess Tutu up there, ready to go. 23 minutes and 57 seconds on this one. Sync up accordingly with your own copy. The copy that I currently possess is the official version. Please get that version if you'd like to sync up with mine. If not, there's a picture-in-picture version, which does that for you. Linked in the description below. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Flower. Loved flowers more than anyone. Okay. Okay. I'd imagine this attaches itself into our episodic character a little bit more, but I mean, it's a pretty good little allegory regardless. Too much of a good thing is a pretty basic interpretation there, you know? Almost the contrast between the beautiful flowers and the weeds is what made it all beautiful, as opposed to seeing too much of the one beautiful thing. Loses its luster after a while. And then again, what are we applying that to? Who are the flowers in the metaphor? Then who would be the weeds? Some kind of haves versus have-nots type idea. Call them roses and we might be onto something there. Oh, what the hell? She's a duck? I didn't know that. One of these days I should just get like a big playlist of all the openings I've done on the channel and just like watch them all in a row. Maybe rank them. That's a very good one. That's what I was thinking about right there when I was doing my little dance. Go on then. Muto? Rue? One of them. Rue. Knock, 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 Penny. The Maiden's Prayer, and the ballet there, which I am not going to pronounce. She's still trying, though. You sure? Well, there's something up with that. I'll give you that one right now. Carnival. Well, yeah, twofold. Oh, okay. She's just like me. So true. She's great. No more fighting. What is happening? Whoa! How divine. What is he doing? Go on then, Neko-sensei. Fine Arts Week. Oh, because Rue injured herself, or injured herself. Gotcha. All this talk of a battle. What, are you competing too? Oh, ew. No, I'm not marrying... Oh, ew! I'm not marrying the cat. What are you talking about? Cope. In your dreams, buddy. Whoa! I mean, I think I know who that is. Oh, she discovered. Do it right this time. Like the stuff at the end of last episode, right? And in a puff of feathers, they've escaped. It must be so confusing for somebody so nice like our hero. Like, what's even happening? Oh! Whatever you say. Is that a voice I recognize too, maybe? Nah, it's not who I thought it was. Freya. This editing style, man. Every episode. Yeah, but I'm also cautious about the intro. Zura? Huh? I can't say I expected this for the intro, though. Oh, you quacked a little bit, true. Sup? What's the Zura? Oh, watch out. Fucking Armadillo's gonna get you again. Alright, yeah, yes, indeed. We have Edel here as a toddler. Very cool. The Zura thing's just thrown me. I don't... She was all up in her business, too. I don't... Hello? Freya? Thoughts? Weirdo? We'll rule the galaxy together? It's the heart, right? Yeah, very similar. You're doing the same shtick with another girl. Well, not the same shtick, but with the same end result in mind. The flowers there were very interesting. They were all one color. Where again, now you push that flower metaphor and it's about like everybody has their own unique values and properties and stuff. Yeah, they look evil though. We're very early? Yeah. Yeah, we're very good at that. Him showing, like, we'll show up, he'll just, like, fold a little bit. Again, Tutu's very important. Ooh. Yeah, no, there's still a little bit of real Muto in there. Oh ho ho ho. So, and now we're doing a separate episode? Because I think there was some stuff about, like, double episodes in one episode stuff now. No, we're still doing the comp. Well, I don't want to be the runner-up then. They're going for it. Okay, he's got the weirdo eyes. So what's the end game of the competition? What are you doing? Going off to the blacksmith. Okay, you're back again. This little tyrant. She does have a butt, the same way that everybody does. Well, no, let me put on the clothes first. The sad effect. The pace is insane. Uzura. I see. So that's why you're also aware of Gotcha. Oh. Interesting. Is it the green hair? The green hair's a pretty big getaway. Or giveaway. Let her put on clothes. She's very quick. Yeah, what about him? Oh yeah, I guess we haven't really... Yeah. Yeah. Give it to him as a sacrifice. Interesting. Because she's the one that did it, right? She'll get all guilty about that. I don't think we should leave her to do anything. But anyway, sure. He's fucking pushing him. They're too stressed. What? Oh yeah, what's this? What was the eyes in the... It's a sloth? Right. So, yeah. Yep. Nope. You're gonna be with the sloth. What is she carrying? It's like some lavender or something. So I guess she wasn't solved by the midpoint. Gotcha. That'd be weird, dude. Okay. Yes, boss. Right away, boss. Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's just a nightmare. The effect they do on him when that happens, I quite like it, actually. And yeah, once again, the shading on the wings. Very cool. Alright, I need a hero. Come on. I said I need a hero. Tutu. Princess. Princess Tutu. But he's going to lock in a bit more this time, yeah. Yeah, like I did at the midpoint, yeah. Up on the pyre. Very similar. Oh, interesting. But they're all the same. You wanted the variety. Listen to the colors of the wind. That was sick. Okay. Bet. She's flapping her wings. He's just getting, like, mind-fucked every episode. Okay. Yeah, okay, so you're just gonna reveal that. But she wasn't to know. Come on. Be fair. I did it to protect you. And Rue is Rue. Very hopeful. Now we gotta break the world show and all that. Come on now. What an odd episode. What of its structure? I don't know if it's this like half and half thing we have going on or what, or we kind of started the whole Muto angle on it, and as a result I felt that Freya's stuff was a little bit underdeveloped. I'm imagining a lot of that will come through tomorrow when I have a look at the stuff that it's very obviously based on off of, I should say. It's a pretty straightforward one, right? Like, I don't know, I think I like PK's better. There's a little bit more to it there. But this one's just like, hey, variety's good. You shouldn't disregard every other thing in your life and solely focus on one guy, or one love, or one passion. You loved every flower. You had a variety of things you loved. In a lot of ways, it's the same as the PK stuff, which was that, hey, you're more beyond your affection of Muto. You also love to sing, dance, and play, and talk, and do all these other kind of things, right? You don't want to be a doll, you want to be a human, right? It's just very similar. Uzura is great. I like her a lot. I must look up the Zura kind of suffix thing, because like I know of at least one other character that does that. Is that like is that a thing, or anyway, I'm not gonna look at this cow BS, this fucking Nanami nonsense on my screen. I'm a little bit perturbed by that. Anyway, you will see me in a moment for episode 17. And there we have it, episode 17 up there, ready to go. 23 minutes 56 seconds on this one. Sync up accordingly with your own copy. Same old stuff, picture in picture. Let's give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. That's a rose. Beautiful young man. Narcissistic. Cow. I wonder whom. Again, in that preview, all I did see is a cow. Is it a cow that's going to talk at me? It wouldn't be outside of the show's wheelhouse. Anyway, odd. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I do it every week. In a little show called Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant, there happens to be a lot of roses, and a particular episode about a cow, and also an extended metaphor through a lot of the rest of the show about it as well. As well as the structure it seems like we're doing now, which is that we're going to duel with Muto at the end of episodes, and it's going to be like plot revelations and stuff, especially with the two characters there as well, like Fakir and Ahiru both there. Definitely giving Utena 100%. I think not by mistake. I think on purpose. Which is exciting. I like that show. Shock horror. 。 But it seems like we're doing a little bit more episodic character of the week stuff, right? Because we've got this narcissistic person here, or cow. The jury's still out. Last episode, Freya. We did PK. It's like, okay, we're now... It's similar to the first core, whereby, you know, it was Anti-Arena and, you know, a bunch of other ones. They escaped me. Oh, they're like lips. Do you have a way to put a stop to that? He seems kind of like an awful dad. Something about mayonnaise? Crime and punishment? Oh, that's great. Oh. What are we escaping? Rose petals? Sharp nose? He's too desperate now. She didn't know. Okay, selfless, good. Don't get down in the dumps about it. That's all I want. Pardon? What? What is this sound effect on the voice? Why does he talk like that? What is even happening? Okay. You got them legs moving over time. Ahiru, run away. Run away fast and far. Mon chéri. Femio? If you say so. He's just got performance anxiety. It's fine. What's up? That confirmed something there too. Interesting. She's so nice. I'll break you down. Don't worry. No, Jesus. Ah! Rue, save me! I think she's just annoyed. Not timid. Motherfucker, I'm gonna steal your heart? But you're not loved by everybody. I suggest a team. Almost make me hate you. That's the wingman. Pardon the pun. What is Lily thinking? Ooh. What the fuck? From the probationary class. No. He's very bad. Motherfucker, you're making the frame move strange. That's how powerful your bad dancing is. Maybe contemporary dance is more your thing, or like something a bit artier. Ballet seems like it has a lot of rules. Whoa! His voice is sending me also, by the way. Yeah, I remember. I was there. We broke the spell. At least momentarily. Is it because he kind of reminded you of Tutu? A little bit. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Drosselmeyer. Drosselmeyer's taken a bit of a backseat. A little bit. Less overt. As of recent. Okay. What? Oh, you're also here. Yeah, be a good couple. That's surely not going to end well. He's a prince in name only. Why the fuck would I do that? Have you seen him? It'd be funny. I'll give you that, Lily. Yeah, entertaining, interesting. Omoshiroi. Oh, I know who it was for. It was for Tutu. Well, he's currently trapped by this thing that you gave him, kinda. So, you know. They tucked him in tight. Good eyes, Neko-sensei. Damn, he's spitting. You're even being fucking freaky now. I don't like that. This motherfucker, he hasn't stopped reading one day. The sloth's back? What are you gonna say? Ooh. What, being lovey-lovey? Oh, it's this fucking nerd again. Ooh. He's getting more and more focus. Yeah, very, very deep down. Sup? Hello, Roo. They're back to their role of just watching and fucking commenting on. Interesting, it's almost like... Jesus. The Raven, through Muto, almost challenged her. Like, you can't do that. You're insignificant. You're too... And that's why she feels like she has to be so aggressive here. That being Rue, of course. Motherfucker, you're about to get eaten. You're a sacrifice. And he's just fallen for anything. These poses, too. Well done. Oh, costume change. Okay, so you can do that too. We need to save him from his own stupidity. What? Okay. It's all happening. Whatever you say, man. Motherfucker, he just broke out of it himself. He didn't need Tutu. He's like, no, I'm not doing that shit. What is happening? He's a Chad? He won? No, I think he's saving himself. Choose your battler. What is the stampede? I don't think this is going to make the Raven very happy. Here comes the punishment. They both like twirled out of the way. Comedy, I guess? Bye! Hang him out on the line like washing. What a story. I'm happy you're having a good time, Uzura. Something stupid happened. I think it was informative for Krea's character. Oh. Oh. Okay. More fuel to my fire. That's what I mean. Yeah, and again, that, like... Yeah, this is a Krea episode, everybody, 100%. Gotcha. One, as I mentioned before, like, Muto is almost like turning on her now and becoming more like her own father in a lot of ways, very disapproving, manipulating. kicking her while she's down and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's one level to it. I don't think her heart's truly not in it, you know? But neither's Muto's. But Muto's very all or nothing. But it seems like Rue's just taken half measures all over the place. Also, she just picked a bad target. That guy's just a nightmare. It's like a level of narcissism and like self-importance that almost turns into like a shield. It's to the point of a stupidity. You can't convince a man like that. Come on now. He's hilarious. The voice actor, so funny. There's something else I wanted to say too. Anyway, I'm sure Dad's not going to be happy, Mr. Raven. And yeah, that line at the end, obviously, like, Rue's this person that's the other end of the spectrum that tries to love everybody, or lots of different people, and never gets loved back. Even by that schmo. Alright, we're doing some night stuff. Clown girl. More of that. That's cool. Ooh, it's like, yeah, like the Headless Horseman or something. Ahiru fucking dies. Wandering Night. Sure. And yeah, I think that'll do it for tonight. I'll come back tomorrow and talk about those two some more. Weird episodes. Really enjoyed 17 for what it's worth. Fucking strange. Where I think that 16 will maybe shine a little bit more on the rewatch when I do some, you know, more research and reading and stuff. But I had a blast once again. The show's great. I'll see you in a second to talk about it some more. And we're back. It's the next day. 2 more episodes of Tutu in the books. I wanted to start here by talking about both of our, I don't know, various pieces of music that these episodes are named after, mostly because I don't really see a lot of really tangible connections between them and the content of the episodes proper, which was surprising to me. I thought especially episode 16 probably would have more there that would indicate some other stuff, because as I see it right now, it is fairly straightforward. It feels very similar to episode 15 in my view, and I thought that potentially this would be a differentiating factor. But no, starting here we just have Maiden's Prayer, which is what the episode's named after. I believe it was the German name for that piece. So yeah, A Maiden's Prayer, it's just a composition. Well, I say just a composition. It's a pretty nice one. I did like the song. I just kind of heard the full MIDI here before. And yeah, very obviously plays during the episode as well. But it's just a piece of music. There's not really much else accompanying it. There's a country rendition that has a few lyrics here and there, just generally about a beautiful maiden, which was already kind of implied, I would have thought. The original song, the piano piece, doesn't have lyrics. It's just simply quite pretty. I don't really know. I mean, yeah, if anybody has any extra stuff for me personally as to why this in particular was chosen and why they thought it would be a good fit for the specific character Freya in this story, I'm all ears. I can't see it on Wikipedia in my, 10 minutes of research. So chances are I'm missing something. Obviously, there's probably more there, but again, not immediately obvious in the way that some of the other stuff has been. Now, Carmen. Carmen is the name of episode 17, and it's almost the opposite problem. It's too big. Like, look at this synopsis for this opera. Like, it's pretty in-depth, right? So I wanted to, I guess, place my attention on Act 4, because it's, like, Carmen Aragonese. It's in Act 4. If I go back here, Aragonese is Act 4 of the opera Carmen by Georges Bizet? I don't know. I'm trying my best out here. Where again, just some general setup. I think up here is probably best for it. Set in southern Spain, tells the downfall of Don Jose, a naive soldier who is seduced by the wiles of the fiery gypsy Carmen. Jose abandons his childhood sweetheart and deserts his military duties, yet loses Carmen's love to the glamorous torero Escamillo. Or Escamillo? Sure. After which Jose kills her in a jealous rage. The kind of opera ends with him confessing to murdering her, essentially. In broad strokes, again, I'm seeing this Escamillo guy as very similar to our flamboyant character from episode 17, of course, and probably something there about, again, losing ultimately to him, not being able to command my presence over him in the way that I would have thought. There being some kind of love triangle BS there as well. I don't know, it kind of frames Rue, or Crea, whatever you want to say, in my view as this kind of Jose character. That's my view. Or again, you play fast and loose with the genders there. You know, you got your Muto, that's probably your what was her name again? It's Carmen, of course. How could I be so blind? And then you got Escamillo as our Torero equivalent in our Princess Tutu episode. But at least this one's got a bit more to bite into. And again, a direct visual analog too. Like, it's a bullfighter. It's like, yeah, it's very direct. And again, more than anything else, it's just probably some nice music that's public domain that we can play during our Princess Tutu episodes. Again, that soundtrack helping to elevate often, giving it some opulence, that kind of stuff. But I mean, as for the show itself, just more good stuff, I would say. Nothing too crazy, which, I mean, that's just incorrect. Episode 17 certainly was crazy, but it was just like funny and kind of off kilter and a little bit weird, and I really like that guy's voice performance. No big picture stuff, I guess, is what I would say. It's just a little bit of episodic Princess Tutu, which once again is probably needed at this point in the story. The big picture stuff, of course, is the continual downfall of Muto. It seems like he's more and more being corrupted and taken over by this Raven stuff, right? Thought an interesting development was kind of Muto as the Raven, or Raven corrupted, almost turning on Rue at points. Again, it's pretty clear to see that Rue doesn't have a great relationship with her father. At the very least, it's very one-sided. Again, seeing that reflected in her lover or potential lover, that's probably not great either. It's almost like she's being belittled by both the Raven and the Prince in this story, which can't really be ideal for you, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep bringing it up. I think it's really important. There's no separation for Rue between Crea and Rue, where, again, Tutu on the other side is very separate, where she keeps her sense of self not so interlinked. I think in that way, Rue's very all or nothing. She's very, like, fatalistic, if that makes any sense. Like, she's like, okay, this is my lot in life. This is the only thing I can be. I can never break out of my mold that I have set for myself. Where Tutu, or Ahiru, depending on your perspective there, is a little bit more laid back about the whole thing. She's very take it easy and, oh, you were friendly to me, you're my friend. There's no big picture stuff hanging over her that's preventing her from doing anything at the moment. Well, I mean, besides her own fate, but that's something else entirely. Point being, I think that if we had Rue and Ahiru in a room for a long enough time, I think one could convince the other of potentially just chilling out and being a bit more normal about things. But that's never going to happen, so or at least it's not on the cards as of yet. Couple more things. Fakir's just got his head in the books. I don't really know what he's doing. And then we have Uzura, who is our new character there. So, a couple things here too. One, I totally missed the fact that, like, you know, Edel probably lit herself on fire. That was probably suicide. It wasn't punishment from Drosselmeyer. If Drosselmeyer was to punish her, it would be to use her again, I feel. Where again, she's almost taking this way out, scared of the repercussions, scared of being this doll under somebody else's instruction, and just chose to take another way out, right? Instead of going through that whole rigmarole again, I'm just going to go die in the flames and be reborn thusly. Very, very cool. A couple more things as well. I've got a lot to say here. A blacksmith kind of forging Uzura from the pieces of Edel that were on fire is almost like forging a weapon, which I really like. And yeah, she's really cute. She's kind of annoying, and she's there mostly for comedy at the moment, I think. I feel like she might have some more to do later. Crucially has no memories from Edel, but maybe there'll be some intangibles there that, you know, link the two, and Uzura will have a role accordingly. And once again, in my admittedly short research on the subject, I can't really figure out what this Zura suffix business is about. I think it's just meant to be cute. I thought it might be a thing because there's a character in Love Live, specifically Love Live Sunshine, that says Zuru at the end of everything, and it's kind of their thing as well. Maybe it's a dialect thing, I don't know. If anybody has additional information there, I am all ears. And I don't know, not much else happened big picture this episode. I don't know. We're going to roll back through here, see what we can see. Of course there's going to be more, there's always more. And yeah, we'll see how we go. I can only see what I can see, I guess. Hey, it actually was who I thought it was too. So yeah, I thought I heard Mamiko Noto like immediately when Freya started talking. Good, okay. I should trust myself more, maybe a little bit. So I mean, just because we're here, pre-cure, right? Yeah, definitely. I thought I saw a do-re-mi. Sure, I thought there was another one. Yeah, okay, sure. I'm just trying to put together the pieces of like why here and now, maybe. I don't know, she's in lots of stuff. I'm very happy that I'm smart sometimes. What the hell is a papaya Suzuki? What is... Okay. Femio, sure. What's going on here? Who is this? Alright, this guy seems to be kind of a meme. Alright, okay. So yeah, cool, funny, sure, why not, fuck it. Alright, now let's start again. Once upon a time, there was a girl who loved flowers more than anyone. She prayed every day for beautiful flowers to show up. To make that happen, she pulled up all the ugly weeds in town. Eventually, the girl's prayers were answered and the town was blanketed in flowers. But they say that the town that was filled with blossoms of all colors looked grey somehow. So, pretty obvious stuff. We see it visually through the episode. Like, there's a kind of one colored flower kind of business going on where you'd prefer to see all the different colors, right? Now, once again, in my view, this is very similar to the PK stuff, but I thought that that had a bit more charge to it considering that she's also a major character in the show. Like, okay, kind of Muto, evil Muto, like kind of enters PK's life and starts whispering all these sweet nothings, and then she kind of drops everybody, only Muto. Where it's like, no, you're a bit more of a multifaceted person than that. You're not just a doll. You're an actual human. And we play with the whole Swanhilda business. There was a bunch of stuff going on there. That was all great. This one, in comparison, just feels like the same thing, but slightly worse. Where, again, I'm not a person that can be defined by only one color of flower, i.e. Muto. I love a variety of things, a variety of flowers, even the weeds. The weeds give the garden some personality. Let's keep them all in there, right? So yeah, I just see that as very similar in my view. Maybe it's the disjointed nature of the episode as well that isn't doing it a lot of favors. But yeah, I thought that stuff could have been stronger. Ahiru is such a good girl. I really, yeah, tugs at the heartstrings sometimes to just see somebody that like pure. I don't know. Again, she still has like full trust in Rue. Rue came back. She didn't look like Crea. I'm still like, those two couldn't be the same person because Rue is Rue. And of course, she's got a lot on her mind too with the whole Muto, evil, flamboyant crow business stuff. But yeah, I do like some of the faith there still in Rue. Like, it isn't being shaken there. Love the cut there of Ahiru being like, no, I don't want to fight anymore. The worst thing is us fighting like as the quartet at the center of this whole shebang. And then lo and behold, cut to Lily and she's like, oh, don't you want to fight one more time? She's always instigating conflict, just very evil. Not quite as evil as last week, but still. In the wake of episode 15, seems like PK's turned over a new leaf. Only a Fakir-sama girl now. Very, very cool. I'm with you. And then these two start talking some smack about Fakir, and that gets you a little bit defensive, and then it becomes like, oh, you like Fakir type business, which, of course, I'm just lapping up, because, you know, all blushy, you know, you needing to explain yourself about Fakir, and you know, because essentially they were saying that he's like gloomy and mean, and it's like, no, he's not like that. It's like, why do you feel the need to say that? It's like, oh my god, it's like you're confessing. I don't know. Crazy talk, sure. So an element of this that they keep doing, but I really can't nail down is like the performance in front of the whole school. It's like we want to convince everybody else of something, you know, except Ahiru and Fakir and all those other important characters. Like we were doing it last week a lot with the big, you know, slap and Muto's little story about Fakir and all that kind of stuff. We're very much like narrative control. I guess in this episode, it's the first step in their master plan of getting, you know, an audition process going to be the next dancer with Muto, something that's appealing. We can essentially funnel a bunch of girls through this thing and get the purest, most best heart possible to sacrifice. I guess I should explain as well, you're like feigning an injury, like, so you're out of the picture, so you need a new partner for an upcoming thing. Right, gotcha. Ah, yes, of course, it's for the Gold Crown Academy Fine Arts Week, something Culture Fest. Yeah, so that's the dance we're going to be doing that we are auditioning for. Neko-sensei's up to his normal shenanigans this episode too. I will say there is some stuff there towards the end which does seem a little bit more important than his normal jokes about a partner and a wife and getting married and whatever else. He's talking with Muto, he says some stuff, I think. I don't know, he's a bit of a weird one. I feel like there's more to him still, even though he's mostly just comic relief. Oh yeah, pause. What the fuck is this shit when there's like kittens? Right here, that's just disturbing. I don't want to think about the logistics there for even a moment. Oh yeah, this setup with the glowy eyes in the bush. I just assumed that this was going to be like whoever the Edel thing was, which I already had that knowledge, but no, it's like a sloth girl. It's just a setup for like a comedic bit later. It's kind of insane. I guess if one of the early things in the episode is you're having a bit of a crisis of faith as it pertains to both Muto and Ru, right? Who's who and whatever. I just saw Ru that looks like Ru. Oh my god, you just called her Krea. That's weird. That's sending me crazy. I guess that's a pretty good continuation of it. I don't know. Ahiru seems resistant to the idea of somebody being put into one slot and just being only one thing. She's always keen to see the other side of things. She doesn't just assume. Again, that's her combat style as well. She's never out there fighting with people. She dances to understand. It's like an empathy dance more than anything else. Again, it reflects through her character in the rest of the piece, I feel. I don't know, she's very likable in that way. And it makes these kind of scenes where she sees stuff like this and reconsiders things slightly very intriguing to me. So yeah, kind of Krea and Muto disappeared in like a puff of feathers, for lack of a better term, before, again, Ahiru goes looking for them, not knowing where they went. Obviously, again, I need to investigate. Muto, what you said, it can't be true. We do some plot stuff, we run into Freya, we introduce her as a character, we see what she normally looks like, very like Disney princess, just kind of spinning around, watering her flowers, like very like pure again, right? Ahiru getting all blushy and nervous and stuff, we love to see it. You saying this garden is open to everybody, don't be nervous, all that other kind of stuff. Again, you're very welcoming, you're very... Again, I just said Disney princess. So again, seeing that demeanor change and be warped so much from Muto's presence, it's a little bit shocking. Again, I'm looking... So in the PK episode, episode 15, we had the evidence through the rest of the show that kind of the proof was in the pudding there. You are a three-dimensional character that has a little bit more going on, right? And you have all these other facets to you besides just your attraction to Muto, because we've seen them through the show. I'm looking for stuff early on here that demonstrates that to me about Freya. And I guess I'm seeing it. Again, this garden's open to everybody. I love a large variety of flowers. Just a generally lovely person that would never say anything bad about another lovely person like Ahiru. Seeing that change through the course of the episode is confronting, I guess. Yeah, I guess that works. Either way, we mention the competition, we mention that she also does ballet, it becomes pretty clear where the episode's going from there. And yeah, we warp her words here a little bit too. It would be wonderful if the world were full of flowers, right? And then, again, Muto shows up. Hey, what about this world that I can produce? A flower that you've never seen before. Right here. Right in front of you. That's the thing that kind of draws her in. It's using her an interest there. But again, Muto, you can only produce one flower, the same flower that we've never seen before. And it's this dark, dull, kind of turgid number too. It's kind of awful. That's not living. It's the variety. I don't care if it's the same flowers I've seen a million times. I'd rather see them. And all of them. Rather than just one. The episode here transitions very quickly to, like, Ahiru's daydreams about Freya interrupted by somebody saying Zura, and I'm just very confused in the reaction. And I mean, yeah, not much to say. It's kind of just a character design that looks like Edel, that's like a kid that says Zura and is kind of annoying right now, but also cute and stuff. So again, the art style of this show, it's just very good at creating cute things, like the duck design. It's, you know, we're good at doing that. I don't have much else to say other than just obvious rebirth stuff and I don't know, maybe some symbolism that death is not the end for these characters sometimes. There's something exists beyond that. You always have a different iteration, a different story that you can almost turn into. So rebirth in the fire of it all as well. Even if your fate is set one way, you can always be reborn and have another fate set another way. It's almost reincarnation in a lot of ways too. But maybe that's big picture later stuff. For right now, you're just cute and funny and stuff. Look, she's just a menace. She makes... Well, for one, she does that. Two, it makes you turn into a duck and looks for the tail. Sure. I don't know. Just a kid. The pacing of this whole section is kind of insane on a rewatch. Because it's talking with Freya, interrupted, like daydream, like shattered, Zura, and then I need to go get dressed again, and then, like, Muto's doing Freya stuff. It's all very creepy. And then, like, you're listening. It's very quick. It's like a bit of focus there, a little bit more, like, between the scenes. I don't know. Question. Am I right about this structure whereby it's, like, two-part episodes or whatever? So this is part A and this is part B. And I guess the question is, how were they broadcast? Because it's almost like we wanted to make something kind of that had an ending almost here, right? That made you want to watch more still. I don't know. I guess that's just a question. And then, yeah, Evil Muto's putting on, you know, his moves again. There's a few choice lines here. Almost... So she's very perfect, Freya. She's like the perfect girl next door type of person. She's even really nice. She's gonna... You're, like, convincing her that she's, like, better than everybody. Only somebody good enough can be with me. I've deemed you worthy enough. Only somebody as good as you could do all this with all these flowers and also dance this good. It's like almost inflating her ego. Like, I get the feeling that she didn't really want to win a competition or even enter before this point. It's all right to think that you're better because you're different from all those nobodies. So this is again where the flower stuff comes into sharper focus as well, eliminating all the weeds. The weeds are the nobodies. Only the flowers, only the stars are left. Does that only create just a grey place? A place that doesn't have as much personality as it would otherwise. And yeah, we take that to the nth degree as well. What if there was only one flower and it was the same color repeatedly? Right? Conspicuously the same color as the clothes you're wearing right now, this kind of deeper, darker purple. So hey, what if instead of everybody else, it was only me? Again, the spread of flowers, all the colors, that's the competition. What if I was the only one in Muto's heart? I was the only flower in his view, and I just grew everywhere. Everyone around you is your enemy? That's not the case. See, we remember Ahiru, she was very nice earlier. She's not your enemy. Yeah, just kind of whispering these sweet nothings into Freya's ear before... Again, we know at the end of this stuff, he's just gonna, like, sacrifice her and steal her heart and stuff, so, like, no good. And yeah, this is when Ahiru herself also has the flashbacks. Love me, hate everyone else. That's the same stuff that Muto was saying to PiP, previous episode. He's trying to do this same shtick again. I've got to become Tutu and put an end to it. And yeah, room full of one-coloured flowers. It is a flower we've never seen before, and for me personally, it's a flower I'd never like to see ever again. It's not quite the same purple as the purple in her dress too, but similar-ish, sure. And yeah, so this is so weird. I want an explanation here, I guess. It's such like a truncated middle part here where it seems like we just kind of put a stop to it, and then it just keeps going again in the second half of the episode. It's like, well, did we stop it? Did we not stop it? What's going on? It's just a little bit confusing. And I think it's this Anyway, I'm sure you guys will let me know. It's fine. Because, yeah, Tutu shows up. She just says a couple lines. Freya seems convinced. And then Muto, because he has the thing for Tutu, he just sees her and just crumbles. So, like, we won again. Again, episode 15, very similar again. I don't know, this whole thing, it's a bit strange. I don't know. And of course, then Freya learns about that. Like, Tutu's still got this power over you even now. That's obviously going to make you upset. Even now, even after all the work we've put in and the Raven's blood on the heart shard and all that other kind of stuff, you still have eyes for her, even now? Like, that's got to be so depressing. Even now, I'm not even chosen. And yeah, keep that in mind, because, like, the whole Rue not being chosen thing comes back next episode too. There's this line repeated in the episode as well of like things happening beyond where Ahiru can see them. That is twofold. That is both Drosselmeyer and his workings, as well as the workings of the Raven and Rue and that whole evil side of things. So yeah, most certainly there is kind of stuff outside of our view right now that is working. We are just a pawn in somebody else's game. Then on to the competition, again, where we're fighting to win first and be with Muto. Of course, we have Freya still in the competition, so again, we haven't turned her yet. She's still got some stuff upcoming in the end of the episode, and again, the runner-up is going to be your partner.
And yeah, this is me coming back now the following day. The message of the episode is pretty damn obvious now. Okay, so we have this allegory about flowers. Flowers are like different girls and all that kind of stuff, right? You inherently forcing a competition between all these different girls for your hand in this culture fest or whatever the hell is a bad thing that you should not be doing. Every individual flower and their individual color has their own purpose, meaning, everything. They're individually important and they look beautiful as a group. You instead focusing your attention on a specific flower and everything should be like this one flower and blah, 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 blah. That's definitely an element to the metaphor central to the episode here. And for Freya herself as well. Freya sees all these different people as flowers and wants to embrace them all, and she's very lovely and stuff. Twisting her and turning her to the point where she only considers one flower in her life as well, and, you know, hates everybody else. They're worse than us. Like, there's a real class element to it as well. Yeah, that's what we're getting at in the episode, 100%.
And yeah, Muto has this look on his face, and it makes the competition turn, I don't know, intense. Everybody's very, you know, rigid in their movements and very nervous and doesn't want to stuff up. There's a lot on the line here based on this look that he's giving them. As a result, almost, it like creates this environment where nobody can dance to their level. They're just all a little bit off. Either way, then Freya comes in and kind of wipes the floor with everybody. It's kind of that, you know, that resulting of my look, right, that I gave everybody. That's the thing that results from it. Once again, the pace is just a little bit off, right? Because you're over here, you check on Freya, you're like, surely Muto won't do anything during the competition, and then fuck off. I don't think that's very smart of you. Surely he won't do anything in the competition that he's set up in which he is the prize. Like, come on. Come on. I know you see the best in people, but still. Anyway, it just kind of gives an excuse for you to go back over to the blacksmith and see Fakir and Azura again. And yeah, hijinks ensue, I guess is how I can best describe what happens there. I do like the part where he fucking full spins her head around, and the sound effect there is absolute class. It's very, very good. We're very quick to reveal everything here. Again, Azura is made from the parts of Edel. Again, the leftovers, we've created her, the blacksmith, and that she has no memories left from Edel. It is interesting that after telling, again, her the story of the prince and the raven and everything going on, she kind of gravitated towards Ahiru again. That's kind of what Edel ended up doing too. There's something there. There's something intangible that still connects the two, Uzura and Edel in my own mind. Even if, again, she's just kind of pure chaos as it stands right now. I like the drip, though. The shirt's good. Oh, yeah, this is odd. Okay, the episode's all coming back to me now. We tried to do, like, a liar revealed thing with Fakir keeping the information about the heart shard from, like, Ahiru. But then she ends up learning it anyway by the end of the episode, courtesy of, I believe, Kriya tells her. And it's, you think it's going to cause this big rift between the two, but I think it does for maybe like half a second. I don't know, it's a whole bunch of like nothing for mine. I don't know. I don't know what they were even trying to do there. There's a little bit of like, I guess Fakir trying to protect Ahiru in there. Maybe Fakir learns his lesson as to not protect her so much and stuff. Maybe? I'm just trying to see what utility it has in the rest of the show beyond this point. I guess it's just that Ahiru now just knows the truth. Because Ahiru herself, she doesn't do like a ton of self-reflection about the fact that she technically made Muto this way. Which I'm happy she doesn't do that, because how was she to know she did what she should have done? But still, I'm just... what's the point, I guess is my question. Back with our regularly scheduled programming, Muto's plan here is working. He's putting the moves on all the girls, they're all rigid, and... you know, at the very least, they're like not smiling. They're not enjoying being out there, and that's one of the major things when you're dancing, right? So they're failing the competition. He wants Freya to win. He's setting it up for it so Freya can win. Now, the sloth joke is very funny. That she's just here and randomly obsessed with this man. Yeah, look at that. It looks like Chewbacca. Hang on, this is pretty cool. I like this. And maybe it goes to reflect an opinion on the rest of the girls dancing, if just a sloth sitting there is better dancing than what they were doing. And then the victor has been decided. Hello, Freya, she's back. Yeah, she's the only one dancing with confidence and calmness, and yeah, she wins the competition. So yeah, I mean, things are looking bad. She's gonna win the competition. She's gonna go with Muto. She's gonna get fucking harvested. Raven Dad's gonna eat a heart. That's going to make Rue happy for some reason. It's all gone pretty terrible, so our heroes must activate. I guess Freya just kind of turns and gets corrupted on a dime as well. I just don't... there's no, like, resistance there, or at least less than in the PK situation. She just seems kind of dumb. I don't know. But, I mean, clearly she's being, like, mind-altered as well. We can't judge her too harshly. It's a weird episode, this episode, man. And yeah, like, Muto activates, he becomes evil form Muto, and starts to draw her closer. Your heart is mine, love only me, hate everyone else, all these same old lines. As yeah, she turns her beloved flower field, multicolored, into this one-colored flower, you know. She's being drawn ever closer to the dark side. And yeah, it's kind of a team effort that splits things up here. In contrast to kind of the midpoint of the episode, we have Muto snapping himself out of the whole Tutu stupor and being able to lock in again. Of course, Freya isn't as susceptible to Tutu's words as well and needs a lot more convincing, but we do have Fakir here to help as well and bring Muto down, or at least calm him down, talk him down. Tutu here brings into question the validity of the love and what it all means. Is it not just fake? I thought you loved all your flowers and they were your hope, your prayer, and your wish. Why are you discarding them so now? Freya realizes she can't hear the voices of the flowers that she loved, and that's what breaks everything, right? She's like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Get me off the Raven's wild ride. This shot's baller though. That the kind of point of the head and then the Good shit, very good shit. The music playing here is that Maiden's Prayer piece as well that I mentioned before. It's quite pretty, it's very... I don't know, I feel like it feels tangible to play in front of me. I don't know why. I feel like I could play it almost, and I've got no experience with the piano. But yeah, we broke her out of the spell. Very well done, Tutu. You're good at this. You've had some practice. And yeah, it seems like we're making some headway. Of course, Freya's calmed down. Muto drops the act. He just seems very agitated and stuff. Before Kriya comes down and calms him down again. I do like her flapping her wings too. It's good stuff. And then yeah, this is the reveal. I don't know, kind of just doesn't go anywhere, so I don't know. Didn't do much for me. Yeah, she's very much like, okay, I'm a little bit angry that you kept that information from me, but I've still got outright faith that Muto is going to be Muto in the end. Remember when she was like, Rue is Rue, Muto is Muto? It's a very big part of her character. She sees the whole person, warts and all, you know? And nothing external can almost like change that for her. I don't know. Keep that in mind. That seems like the big takeaway here. Next episode now. Once upon a time, there was a man with a beautiful face. The people loved the handsome young man, but he never showed interest in loving anyone. This was because all he loved was himself. When the young man who neglected to love and sought only to be loved found someone he truly cared for. He realized that he had lost even the words to express those feelings. Now, I think we're being clever. I think our boy who loves himself and wants others to love him but never gives out any love is meant to be both obviously Famio but somebody else. Because Famio's almost like a Chad, right? Because Famio himself, he's almost like a Chad. He loves himself and is so narcissistic to the point where he can't participate in Krea's evil schemes, which is kind of cool. I think that's baller. I want to be like him. I don't know. Maybe I should love myself more. I don't know, we're framing this like a bad thing. And I guess Famio doesn't have that point where he realizes that he doesn't have a way to express his love genuinely for something else. Like, he doesn't lament the actions of the finale, right? When he's like, no, I don't have anything to say to you, Rue. Like, he doesn't seem like he's sad at any of this. It seems like you're taken aback and it's all about you instead. Are you the one we're talking about, Rue? I think so, right? Let's run this back. It's a character that expects to be loved by everybody, or to get love from her beloved, but doesn't love back. For me, that's Rue, right? So she's very popular and wants to be popular at school and all that other kind of stuff. That's neither here nor there. It's also Muto, right? I want to keep Muto in this state where he never gets his heart back and is able to, like, truly formulate an opinion about me. And any of that stuff. So almost like I'm not able to make myself love the real him, if that makes any sense. Like, I want to keep him almost stunted. I have no ability to love. I just want him to love me. And now you're on the back foot. You're the one that's given the task to make somebody else fall in love with you, and you're unable to do it. Like, that's the significant stuff, right? Why does this fail? One, it's Famio. That's one of the reasons. But two, which we probably should unpack a little bit more, is your, like, personality. It almost doesn't allow for you to genuinely get across the feeling that you've fallen in love with somebody. Like, you almost can't do that. You need to unpack that. Maybe that's the reason behind everything. Maybe that's, you know, your curse, so to say. Yeah, interesting one. After the opening now, Dad's getting all mad, still doesn't have the heart. Tutu keeps thwarting us. It's very sad. Once again, we're playing up. I'm waiting for this to go further, but, like, you're definitely having undue influence over Rue in a way that I probably wouldn't approve of. I don't know what I'm saying, but, like, you're clearly a bad guy. I want to see Rue escape from under you somehow. We're clearly even leading up to a point where she stands up to you herself. That would be cool too, right? Like, why should I need to do that? You're treating me like shit. I hear Rue treats me nice. Yeah. Why am I here? Why am I doing any of this? It's because it's my role? Fuck my role. I'm doing what I want. I don't know. It seems abusive. It seems bad. You probably shouldn't be with your father much longer. And I mean, what do you want me to say for most of this episode? Because it's just Famio doing Famio things. He's great. He's very funny. He's very unexpected. The voice is fantastic too. Just, like, so adult in a way that just made it all the more funny. Like, he's just clearly, he sounds like he's 37, and I think that's just kind of hilarious. I don't know, it's a funny episode more than anything else. So you can laugh at it. I give you permission. It just doesn't mean there's all that much to analyze for me on this side. I do like the fear, almost contempt they do treat him with. Like, oh, Muto, he's a real prince. And then they see the flower petals roll through. Oh shit, that's Famio's calling card. Let's fucking get out of here. He's, like, scary. And yeah, I mean, he's just doing tricks on it. He's just doing whatever. He's a bullshit merchant. Pardon the pun. Look at him. He's great. There is some smart stuff going on with the comparison between him and Muto as well, right? So we're saying that Muto, at this point, he's losing his charm a little bit. It seems like he'll just go after any girl, which wasn't what he was like before. It's making at least, Lily and PK reconsider some things, but then we have Famio here, who's almost too far in the other direction. He's just like, he wants you to pursue him almost. He's just the worst. Once again, I like Lily and PK just, like, immediately walking away. They've just fucked off over here. They're just spaghetti people now. That's great. It's also the effect on his voice too that they do very often, emphasis on particular words. It sounds like he's got microphone reverb or something. You're just odd. You're a very odd man. Once again, I do tend to gravitate towards a character like this. Recently I played the new Pokemon game. There's a character called Jacinthe. If you know, you know. I am in love with her. I think she's the fucking best. He's given me a lot of Jacinthe, 100%. Just like, there's no malice in what he's saying because he doesn't know. He's too stupid to even realize he's being annoying. And that's endearing to me. I like that a lot. Like, there's no contempt in what he does. He just genuinely thinks that he's helping the people with his presence. My presence is a present and all that kind of stuff. Sure, man. Great. Wonderful. Oh yeah, Ahiru's a Chad here. So she turns into a duck by the end of the Femio stuff, as we can see there. She just hears these two talking about, you know, getting a heart and the sacrifice and whatever else. And then Rue hears somebody, she asks who's there, and then she just walks out. There's no like skulking away and hiding and whatever else. She just fucking confronts it. She's so cool. She's the best. And she's just still trying so hard to be the villain. Like, Ahiru shows up and it's like, I still believe you're Rue. It's like, it doesn't matter now. The prince is mine. Ugh. It's like, no, I care more about you and you being yourself again and stuff. Like, can't you see that? Can't you see I like you for you? Isn't that what it's all about? And then, I don't know, she says the word prince and then Femio shows up again and Femio's all over the place. It's not ideal. Importantly for the episode here, it allows Femio to meet Rue, which, again, we saw it at the end there. He's also a pure heart or a beautiful heart or whatever the hell we can sacrifice. And, okay, is this like the show's definition of a prince too? Somebody who loves everybody and is loved by everyone? Like, that's not what a prince is. Not at all. And it shouldn't be either. If you're loved by everybody, you're also loved by nobody, because you have no unique identifying factors. You know, you almost need to be a little bit divisive, man. Come on now. Okay, this is the stuff for Rue, right? So, Femio just aspires to be this person that is loved by everybody and like wants to grow into and become that person. That's his overall goal. We contrast this with Rue and these lines from her father about you being a crow born into a pitiful human's body, and only I and the prince in the story can truly love a pitiful person like you. Like, okay, Femio here is able to be loved by everybody, where I'm only able to be loved by a specific subset of people with no hope to grow into somebody that can be loved by everybody, you know. Femio almost is everything that I want to be in some ways, right? And also, again, Femio, he understands that he isn't there right now. He wants to be there in the future. You almost consign yourself to your role right now. You don't even have a future. Again, only Dad and the prince. Like, that's no good. I do expand our horizons a little bit more beyond that. I don't know, it must be so frustrating for her in the end of the episode to not be able to do what she wants with Femio. Like, he's the ideal almost, you know? What magnificent confidence. You have an almost blinding pride. And yeah, it gets a bit convoluted here. The way kind of Rue leaves Femio in that scene makes it seem to Femio that Rue's into him. So I feel like this is my chance that I must come in here and dance in front of her and try to attract her and whatever else. Kind of like some kind of male bird. And yeah, I think you'd be better off in like a artistic dance class or something a bit more contemporary. Like, ballet just doesn't really seem to be your bag. I don't know. You like to tell a story and to be a little bit more out there? That's okay, we can facilitate that. Got the Marge Simpson pearls too. Yeah. I just don't think that ballet's got a lot of rules. You'd thrive with no rules, I think. You're a bit more freeform. The way he dances is very funny. I like that a lot. I also like the way that we cut here. Yeah, that's some jaggy fucking weirdo shit. I love it. And yeah, we finally found the first person that Neko-sensei doesn't want to marry as well. That's something indeed. Femio's such a giga chad. He like activates Muto here. He tries to give Ahiru a rose. Here's something that represents a feeling that cannot be said. Obviously, again, that gives you flashbacks. That's all what episode 13 is about, that solo pas deux and everything else. And like, that was just a throwaway line from Femio that got that response. He's kind of crazy. He's kind of cooking. Like, Femio, through his skills, is able to, like, get rid of your Raven mode for a moment and get you to pose like this, which is like, I love you or something. Yeah, he's got motion. He's cool. See what I mean? We kind of reset here again, and we're with these three characters again that were here very early too. I don't know. I think it's this episode thing with the structure. It's just weird stuff. And they're very much in summary of the stuff we just saw too. It feels like they're recapping a little bit. They're like, Femio did the I love you gesture to Muto, and it's like, yeah, I know, I was just there. Or Muto did the gesture to Femio. I don't know, I'm tired. Just shut up. Lily's a psycho because she's shipping Femio and Ahiru, which is just a terrible idea. That would be awful for each other. But again, that would make you happy, so Muto's mime's very interesting too, because he mimed I love you to Femio, which is all sorts of whichever way you want to take it, right? But in reality, he's miming to Femio because Femio reminds him of Tutu, right? And what Tutu did with the solo pas deux and the breaking of the everything and the blah 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 blah, the episode 13 stuff. Like, the real Muto broke through, but he's still so sad and like twisted and stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen there. Oh yeah, this was the Neko Sensei scene I was talking about. So again, Muto like collapses after the whole Femio debacle. He's in bed. Neko Sensei's confused. I saw you mime the I love you. It was quite splendid, but it seemed so sorrowful and fragile. I'm concerned about you. Prompting Muto here to ask the question, when you feel so strongly that you would be willing to give your life, that must be when love shines most brilliantly. Perhaps so, but love cannot shine on that feeling alone. Okay. So it's great that you have devotion, but devotion can't be all it is. So I think this is more Muto-Ru stuff. Like, it's great that you were devoted to her when you didn't know any better, basically, right? But like, that's not what love is. It needs to be more... It needs to be based on more than that. More than just self-sacrifice even as well. There needs to be anything else, like affection, care, a general kind of understanding and interest in their interests, and empathy and sympathy, and I don't know, just care, anything. There needs to be lots of stuff, not just sacrifice. You cannot marry alone on the feeling of devotion. And Neko Sensei doesn't really elaborate. Is there more there with this cat man as it pertains to love and marrying people? Is there more story to be told? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, curiously, again, he just made that whole speech about how devotion is not the only thing, and self-sacrifice and blah, 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 and lo and behold, Ru's here. I wonder what that all means. Notably, again, on the self-sacrifice theme, it's something that Tutu didn't do. She didn't fall for the trap, basically, which is her fate, which is self-sacrifice. Her fate is to say, I love you to Muto, and disappear. Like, essentially, give him what he wants, especially with the way it was framed in episode 13, and disappear from this plane. Like, that doesn't help anybody. So she didn't do it. She found a way to break that fate. I don't know. Maybe you need to investigate things like that a little bit more. So anyway, Muto's in bed. He's being a little bit sassy because Ru says that she's about to go harvest a heart. He's indignant about that and gives her a little bit of a smirk. How dare you? So a couple things. What the fuck is this? Is this not the sloth again? Or is this somebody else? I don't... Anyway. Fakir's also studying, he's reading books, and the ending of this book has also been torn out. That smells like some Drosselmeyer BS, right? Where again, the ending is not yet written, I can't find the right thing to do. I don't know, it's left unwritten, or it has been altered, or something's happening. I don't know, it's more just thematic stuff maybe. I don't know who that guy outside is, but Uzura is pissed because she wants to know what lovey-dovey means. Also, this library kid is getting more and more focus, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh, he's got the glasses. He's got the glasses. He's got the glasses. Maybe? No, probably not. No, I don't. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know. Then Rue's trying to do her bit. She picks up Famio. Famio is very much just Famio through this segment too. I don't know what else to say about him. He's just flamboyant and narcissistic, but he's good-natured in doing so still. There's a lot of, like, sacrifice. I feel like I'm sacrificing for the greater good with not giving out my beauty or loving only one person. I'm for everybody, not just one person. And again, the way that reflects Rue is the fascinating part. And then, yeah, Rue's walking that way. We take Famio. Our hero sees that. She's gonna harvest his fucking heart. I better chase him down. You two get the wrong idea. It's all happening. Something about the setting here maybe too. We're like backstage at a play, behind closed doors. Not out in the spotlight, not where you normally thrive. It's like we're trying to corner him like that a little bit more. But he creates his own spotlight in the end. He's his own main character. I don't know, there's a great like sinister tone. Obviously, there's like the irony of the audience knowing what's going on and you being kind of blindsided. That's quite funny. Because yeah, she's gonna do that. And that's very funny to me. And yeah, this is the difference. Okay, so what's happened with PK and Freya thus far? They've been taken up on this pyre here, and they're told to repeat the words, right? Love me and only me. And then Famio goes to say that. Love Rue and only Rue? That goes completely counter to everything in my soul, in my being. And he himself just breaks out of it. Like he's just, no, stop. I'm done here. No, thank you. And then yeah, instantly almost like the performance is taken away as well. He's like, who are you again? And then everything just like disappears. She's like powerless in his wake. He's so cool. And then obviously Tutu shows up. Look at all the spotlighting too. And it's like, oh, now I'm being forced to choose between you and you? No, I want to be available for all of you. I couldn't choose just one of you. For me to take this much of the world's love for myself, the sin is too great. This is an eternal sin I can never atone for. I don't know, attaching this all to the Matador stuff and the running of the bulls, and that's all great too. I don't know, let's say the bull stampede is the world's love or whatever else. He would rather be crushed by that or something. I don't know, there's some metaphor going on, sure. And then yeah, Korea just fucks off again. I don't know, it was fun to subvert the formula there. I'm not going to say any of it's particularly poignant. The Rue stuff, maybe, mostly. Famio's he's like a, I don't know. There's like a black hole of content. He's just so much himself that he doesn't blend with anything else the story's got going on. And that's both a blessing and a curse, in my view. It doesn't make his episode very interesting. I don't know, I'm happy that Azura is happy, though. That's all that really matters. She's playing with the bulls. Even Ahiru says it. Something kinda happened, but also something didn't. I don't really get it. And then Ahiru rage baits Fakir. She does the I love you symbol, and he thinks that's a confession, but, oh, Muto did this. What does it mean? She doesn't know. And then, yeah, to wrap things up, Rue goes back to Muto. Muto is very dismissive, and like almost smug about it, and very teasing to her about her inability to get a sacrifice. It's almost something that he inherently knew already, that you wouldn't have that ability to do so, that you wouldn't be the type of person to, you know, attract a love that would cause a sacrifice. Once again, what's the difference between you and I in that regard? What's the difference between you and Tutu in that regard? What's going on there? Maybe unpack that a little bit. Maybe you must show a little bit more vulnerability if you are going to create such devotion. Maybe. I don't know. Sucks to be Rue, I guess. I'm gonna get out of here. Those two episodes were weird. They were weird. They were good, though. I enjoyed myself, obviously, but I don't know if I was making much sense. Anyway, it happened. I'm sure you guys have more better takes than I do, maybe? It could share them. I don't know, man. Hands up. I'm off on holidays. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in a week or 2 weeks, depending on when you're watching this. Please let me know. Let me know all sorts of Tutu stuff. I'm all ears. Thank you for watching. Ciao. Goodbye. See you next time.